Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Smackdown Live here at 2019 or 2019 YL. And I'm Gorilla Monsoon here with Trini Kwan and Corey Graves. And today we got the general manager Diva Talks in the ring here. Gorilla Monsoon says, "Well, I'm here to tell you," Trini Kwan said, "I don't know what's going on." "Me either," Corey Graves says. "First off," Diva Talk says, "I want to welcome everyone to SmackDown Live and wish everyone a happy New Year day all over the world." And that's pretty much all I have to say. I don't want to take up any more time than it is to take up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the floor over to take up any more time. Well, it's the Chief Executive Officer of the Toy Wrestling Federation, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Gorilla Monsoon says. "What's he doing here?" Trini Kwan says. "I don't know," Corey Graves says. "Whatever it is, it can't be good." "Well, Diva Talks, I'm here for that job evaluation you have, and I'm here to tell you you're doing a good job. You know, you're fixing all the besmirchment that Aries did, and everyone's happy with that. So all I got to say here is, keep up the good work." Well, you know me, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. I mean, there were sundriest times that I was general manager. There were the time I was the chief brand officer. There was a time I was a director of wrestling operations. Hell, there was the time that I even was the owner a long, long time ago. Man, well, yeah, Hunter Helmsley says, but we also want to let everybody know that the Royal Rumble is coming out. And that's going to happen on January 23rd. So that's going to be an NXT edition of the Royal Rumble. And so far, the two we got in there, Diva Talks, is Batman and Shinsuke Nakamura. Well, Peter Rabbit and Bailey are also added themselves into the Royal Rumble too. Well, that's good to know. That's all I really got to say, so let's go. But one more thing, Diva Talk says, before we go. That thing that happened. The thing that happened with Alaska and Seth Rollins. Well, Diva Talks, just let Seth Rollins and Alaska deal with it on their own. That's what I say. Well, apparently, that's what we're going to do. Well, that's what's going to happen, I guess, Gorilla Monsoon says. We got Alaska here now. Yeah, well, Alaska, Alaska should blame Seth Rollins for it, for not being the three-time Pennsylvania folk wild fighter. Would you stop, Trini Kwan says. You know that Seth Rollins was trying to come out to help Alaska win the belt. So why you gotta start up stuff like that? Because he's a fountain of misinformation, Gorilla Monsoon says. That's why he does the stuff he does. That's why he does. That's why he says the stuff he says. So I want to come out here and I want to wrestle. I want you to come out and wrestle me now. Okay. First off, I'm going to tell you right now, Seth Rollins says it was a mistake. I didn't mean to I didn't mean to I didn't mean to make you lose your chance to win the Pennsylvania Folk Wild Fightership or fighting. I didn't move it. No, I didn't. I remember it was by your chair, but I didn't touch it. Anyway, I didn't mean it cost you that. I didn't mean you lose that. But hey, if you want to fight, I have no bind with that. We just get a shield right in the ring, and then we can do it. Well, since we don't know where the first one, where the normal one went to, I guess we're gonna have to have Tolakis, the King of Thieves, do it again. Meaning, and this is how it's gonna go, like Royal Monsoon says. We're gonna have Seth Rollins and Velasquez going at it here, wrestling and fighting here. Oh, and we also know the Royal Rumble's coming up too. Gorilla Monsoon says NXT edition on January 23rd, and then a body slam right now. Well, yeah. Well, Trini Kwan said it is what it is at that point. And now, Seth Rollins trying to come back and down. Oh. And now, he missed right now. And Velasquez out of the ring. Well, you know, it all is Seth Rollins' fault. No, it's not. He made a mistake. But it still goes off as his fault no matter what. Oh, Velasquez seems to think it's his fault and nails him. And now they're getting him back in the ring now. Oh. And now she's going to do cannonball. While Trini Kwan said Velasquez seems to think it's Seth Rollins' fault. He's in that happened. And now Trini Kwan said he can't get his hand up to even do it. 3, 1, 2, and it doesn't even look like he's doing a 3. But it was only a 2. Now he's back up again. And now Velasquez is gonna do that running hip up power bomb thing she always does. And now, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins versus Dick Gorilla Monsoon says. They did that, Trini Kwan says. There comes the jerk that cost her the belt. Oh! And he just did a curve stomp to Velasquez. It's done here. 1, 2, 3. Meaning, here is your winner. Here is your winner, Seth Rollins. Well, Seth Rollins apparently is the winner. Has won his wrestling fight. Girl Monsoon says he won his wrestling fight against Velasquez here. Well, Trini Kwan said, yeah, he did. And no, he knew he made a mistake when it came to, he made a mistake. But Velasquez still thinks it's his fault. Well, it is. Trini Kwan said, this, it is, Corey Graves says. He's always talking about burn it down. And that's what happens when you go out there and you try to do something. When you're so upset, when you're out there and you want to try to get your hands on someone. Yeah, I'm having to burn it down. Yeah, I'm up besmirching it for everyone else, Corey Graves says. And that's what Seth Rollins did. Would you be, Ernest? Well, now here we have Renee Young now. Thank you, Girl Monsoon. I happen to have here Dean Ambrose. Dean, what do you think? What do I think? It's really sad because now Seth has really besmirched somebody else's life, too. Seth didn't just besmirch my life. Apparently now he's besmirched Velasquez's life. Well, don't worry about anything. Because I plan on being, since I am the good doer in all this, I go on being the Pennsylvania folklore fighter for a long time. And that is what it is. So, Seth, Good job trying to burn it down, you madman, you angry man. But remember, you besmirched my life, now you besmirched Alaska's, and who knows who else's lives you're going to besmirch before it's all said and done. Well, back to you. I guess that's all I got to say with Dean Ambrose. I have to say back to you, Gorilla Monsoon. Yeah, well, thank you, Renee Young. Apparently, Dean Ambrose apparently saying that Seth Rollins besmirches everyone's life and everything he touches. Oh, give me a break with that one. You're right, Gorilla Monsoon. I don't think that's right at all, Trini Kwan says. I think that's his thought, his belief, but that's not true. Well, it is. You think of it. Seth Rollins besmirched it, made the Shield fall apart again. He made it where Belasca couldn't beat. He made it? He was the one that made it where Belasca couldn't beat Dean Ambrose for the Pennsylvania fighting ship or fighter. So it is what it is at this day. You know, he does besmirch everything and everyone he touches and he's around. Oh, you always like to do that all the time. That's enough, Corey Graves. Why you always gotta say something like that? Always gotta say something mean like that, Girl Monsoon said. Yeah, this is the way he is, Trini Kwan said. Yeah, he's a dummy, that's why, Girl Monsoon says. I'm not a dummy, Girl Monsoon, Trini Kwan. I just know the truth. Well, that's all the time we got here for Smackdown Live. I'm Gorilla Monsoon, Trini Kwan, and Corey Graves. We hope you liked Smackdown Live. We'll see you tomorrow for NXT.